skin requires commitment and not a miracle. Do you wish to have a younger, smoother, and a brighter skin? If yes, all you need is to contact CQ Beauty Haven by Abimbola Shunde, a natural and other skin care using optimal pure natural grade ingredients for you to achieve a youthful glow. Understanding the physiology behind different skin types and conditions is the major reason why Abimbola Shunde gave birth to CQ Beauty Haven. Order now for your natural skincare products such as Egyptian black soap, the slimming herbal detox, knuckle care set, pink lips cream, crystal sets, whitening and peeling cream, breast enlargement oil, dark and pit and tie cream, hydrophilic contact lens, brightening face mask, Karat Gold scrub, advanced anti-aging and repair formula, crystal multivitamin scrub, and many more. CQ Beauty Haven only stock product that delivers both efficacy and safety, and also stay away from steroids and hydroquinone and bleaching ingredients that damage skin. They help in correcting any skin damage and aspire to serve you in achieving your desired results. For all inquiries, consultations, advice, and orders, visit their website on www.cqbeautyhaven.com. You can as well call or send a WhatsApp message on +44 7387 596862 or via email at cqbeauty.
Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? Welcome to today's chat room. My name is Victor King, and I'm privileged to be your host. Very quickly, I want to announce to us that we are live right now on Instagram. You can connect with us right now on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter. We are on 4 platforms right now. We started streaming on our Instagram page, and that is so cool. So, good morning, everyone. Every of our platform will be transmitting all of this at the same time. Okay, so let's see what's up with Instagram. Okay. Hi, Instagram. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, boys and girls. Good morning, daddy and mommy. How is everyone doing? How is the week going? Mommy Bangladesh, how are you doing, man? Let me connect because I'm going to be playing a whole lot of stuff. So I'm trying to connect the Bluetooth. Mr. Godwin, I'm going to have another show possibly today or tomorrow morning about Yoruba Nation. Mr. Godwin, I will intimate you. What's going on with Yoruba Nation? Why is everywhere quiet? I listened to some voice notes and it was just pathetic. And of course, I've not even said anything. Your people have started their madness again. So we keep fingers crossed, but I will get to them. Yeah, give me any time for. So good morning, everyone. Can you guys hear me loud and clear? Hello, everyone on Instagram. What is this? Okay. So we are live on Instagram now. Yeah, that's so cool. And it's looking kind of better. For the most part. Àwọn tí Paris wọ́n tún gbórí wọlé. Okay. All right. My voice is a little bit cracky, so you guys gonna bear with me. So good morning, how is everyone doing? Welcome to Chat Room with the King, and my name is Victor King. And you guys are just the best audience anybody can have. So we're kicking off a series today. We're supposed to start yesterday, but I was a little bit under the weather yesterday, so I could not possibly make it. For some reason, I don't know if I'm pregnant or what. I can't stop sleeping. I just keep sleeping and waking up and falling. And anytime I feels like that, I don't know if that works for any other person. It feels like my system is trying to break down and God is just trying to avert some kind of sickness for me. So once I begin to sleep unreasonably, I just let it happen, I just sleep. I just sleep pretty much. But I was just struggling with every 10 minutes I sit down, I'm out. Every 10 minutes I'm sitting down, I'm out. I don't know what it is, but it is well. So I couldn't come out yesterday. I was indoor. Ruth Adebayo, how are you doing? It's been a while I've seen you. I know some people by name. I know some constant names. So when I don't see you, I know that you're not there. We wanted to start a series this week on what do men really want. Remember, we did a series in June, right? About what do women really want. Looking into the details of the framework and the composition of a typical woman in terms of marriage and relationship. And then everybody saying, oh yeah, it's kind of one-sided. When I do what women really want, I think most of you missed the integral, the focal point of that series. Is not to, some people message me and said, "Oh yeah, you are calling out women. How about the men?" No, I wasn't calling out the women. What do women really want was actually for men to understand the framework of a woman. Because you see, you cannot operate a machine without reading the manual. You understand? Ìwúlẹ̀ tó ń fẹ́ sí mi lójú báyìí, gbogbo ogun ẹwà tó mi láyé mi, Olúwa bá wí o. I don't get it. You know? I feel like we go into so many relationships by, you know, my voice is cracking, right? Yeah, I don't know what it is. My voice is cracking. We go into so many relationships by, you know, a mindset of what you want, and you did not bother to know what that person wants. It's very easy for us to say, for a man, I want a woman that is extremely beautiful, at least something to compliment. It's not good. I can't spoil my generation with one ugly woman. I don't care whether you are spilling dollar in your mouth or Holy Ghost fire is coming out of your mouth like this. If you are ugly, you are not for me. Anybody that you want to argue that, argue with your ancestor. It's just me. That's very personal to me. Somebody that is, I don't really like extremely lavish, loud complexion, but definitely not black. You understand? Definitely not. But, you know, something good. I don't care whether you cook and clean or not. Those are not my prerogative. I want somebody who is established. Like, you just have to be a career-focused person. You just have to be something. I want us to win together. As I'm moving up, I want you to move up. I want us to, you know, be able to channel a course and cast a vision and be able to aim at it and achieve them. You just must know how to have fun, you know. Must know how to have fun. Somebody that is fun-driven. After all the hard work, life is too serious. I'm not trying to make my life miserable. I want to have fun, you know. Somebody that understands what fun is and is ready to have it. Let's travel, let's see the world. Let's enjoy our success while we still have the strength to do it. I'm working, I'm, you know, taking care of my children and all of that. But I'll give children their life. So I'm working for myself, but my children are part of myself. You understand? But they're not the primary reason why I'm going to be here, you know. And to buy Shegusi, making to anywhere, you know. So somebody who is open-minded, have to have fun. And when I mean fun. Whatever defines fun, okay? Indoor and outdoor. Amen, somebody. Ditto to everybody. We have different prerogatives like that. The question is, all of these things that I itemize, of course, one thing is you just have to have the fear of God. I don't care whether you are Muslim or Christian or you are Babalawo or whether, but you just have to have a relationship with God, you know, have the fear of God. No, we have to share the same faith. Let me say that to you. There's so many people that say, I just want to marry somebody that is a Christian. Did you notice that I didn't say I want a Christian? No, because it's not about being a Christian. It's about having a relationship with God. Because our faith differs. Even Christian is different from Christian. Let me give you an example. I will not mention the name of church, but I met a lady sometime in my life that attend one of the popular church, which I love, which I don't have a problem with. I have attended many times, so it's not like I have a problem with them. But there are certain part of their tenets of faith that is contrary to my own faith, to my own, you know, belief system. For instance, this is a church where they pray from the beginning of the service to the end of the service. Fire, die, somersault. That's not the problem. But they have this mindset of everything in life like this. Before you say something, they believe that everything is the devil, demon. If he gets late to work, it's the devil that slow her down. If he miss a leg coming down from a bus, every power that want to cut my leg, die by fire, all those kind of things. Yeah. Put certain things in place. Put the right measure of effort to get results. No, it's devil. You just have to pray about everything. As much as prayer is good, but faith without work is dead. You just have to put due diligence in everything you do. Tolu, put due diligence in everything you do. That's my own belief system. You understand? And when it comes to my faith, I believe that I pray, but I don't spend all my life praying. Because you see some of the things. What is it? You're saying there's so much attention about marriage. I see that's what life is about. I believe in, I do much of, understanding what God says, what is God's agenda for me. So I do much of studying the word and, dwelling on the word. As much as you pray, there are some things that don't require prayer. It's principle. For instance, success. Success is no answer to prayer. To get prayer, you make in life. The richest people will be people at Okerimo, Okekoyi, all those okay. They will be billionaires. It's not prayer that make you succeed. It's principle. Apply kingdom principles to your life. You will succeed naturally. So this person is a Christian, is a Pentecostal Christian, is a born-again Christian, but we can't actually have a good conversation because everything is demonic. She's too demonic conscious. And for me, we are not unaware of the devices of the devil, but I don't give attention to the devil. No. I focus, as much as the devil have all the gimmicks, God is more powerful than the devil. So if you are under that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High, we are bad under the shadow of the Almighty. If I'm under the shadow of the Almighty, why am I worried about devil? As much as bad as Nigeria's security system is right now, there is insecurity everywhere, bandit and kidnapping. If you live in Aso Rock, you will not be afraid of insecurity. If you are inside Aso Rock, insecurity will not be a problem. You will feel safe. You don't know how many armies in Aso Rock. On your Yakpasibe, sure you understand? Something like that. You are in a secure place where there is safety. What are you? So, as much as she's a Christian, we don't share the same faith. So it's not enough that you see somebody is a Christian and that automatically means that it's a good faith. Some of us have made that mistake before. You have to understand somebody's faith. Aside from just being a Christian, what do you believe in? What are the tenets of faith? Now, the thing is, as much as I have all these prerogatives, the big question is, so I'm going to be out there looking for a woman that has all these characteristics, an independent, career focus, we have the fear of God, this one, beautiful, this is, I don't really have much of body type specification because it depends, I've seen so many skinny people that are ugly. I've seen so many skinny people that are beautiful. I've seen so many chubby girls that are pretty as hell. I've seen so many chubby girls that look like abandoned projects. So it doesn't really matter. It depends on the specifics. So I'm out there looking for all of these prerogatives, all of these features, all these characteristics. The big question that I should ask myself is, if I find a woman that has all these qualities, am I a good fit for her? Am I actually a good fit for such woman? Is the big question. The same way so many women want a man tall, dark, and handsome. He has a good job, he's established, he drives a nice car, he's from so. Some of you, the only reason why you have not gotten a man is that your prerogative is too much. You really want a man from certain states, from certain tribe. He's from this place, he's from that state, he's from... somebody said you can't marry anybody that still have a mother. Man, don't worry, you will die before your son get married, because your son's child too will pray to have a husband that don't have a mother. So it's simple mathematics. It's karma. You have those things in your head. It must be from this age, you must have this, you must have that. He must be tall, dark, and handsome. A man that is God-fearing. Somebody said, I want a priest over my head. No way, I can't do the job of your pastor. But you see, that's a prerogative. somebody somebody funny. I've heard so many women say so many funny things. One says, I want a man that can control me. I'm like, oh, I thought women don't like being controlled. Okay, a man that can be in charge. So many things. You guys, everybody, specific to everyone. The question is, when you find a man with this quality, are you a good fit for such man? Yes, the man is a good fit for you. Everything that you want, he has it. But are you a good fit for such man? If God make you locate a man that is God-fearing, tall, dark, and handsome, or light-skinned, everything that you want, do you think such a man with that quality of life will find you attractive? Even if you find that attractive, do you think that you qualify to be the choice of such man? So we focus more on what we want and focus less on what the person wants. So we didn't do much of understanding and studying what this person really wants. So you get to operate a machine, operate a life of a person that you have no idea of. You don't have an idea at all of who this person is and what you want, because who a person is not what you are saying. I was talking to a lady sometime, not quite very recent, and she said to me, oh, well, I need a whole lot of time, and because I need to study you, and I want to study you, and take some, maybe she said 5 years or she did 3 years to study you, and I'm like, well, I don't got such time in my hand. Get out of the hell out of here. Because listen, so I told her something. I said, listen, let me tell you the honest truth. Studying me by just looking at me, or you think you want to spend time, you are not going to find out anything. You won't know more than what I want you to see. And that's the honest truth. It doesn't matter how many years you date. Marriage is an entirely different ball game. So I just want to see how it's going to go. Yes, I get that. There's a time for you to, get to see how you guys are working out. Get to see how you guys are. You will feel that vibe. If this person is for you, you will feel that connection. That vibe will be there. And so if you are not getting that spark, it's a problem. So many people saw that this thing, you are not working as boyfriend and girlfriend, and you still go ahead and marry the man. You are mad. You are guilty by default. It's your fault. So many relationships are already toxic while they are dating. And you still went ahead. You still went ahead and married. It will shock you back on, because you see, marriage is full of not really surprises, but challenges, tasks that you are going to work out. So the more leverage you can have with your partner, the better you are going to be able to work out the challenges of marriage. So this brings us to this point. What do men really want? So when we did what women really want, it's actually targeted for men to understand the framework of women. But I guess most women didn't get it right. I keep seeing all your comments and I will just laugh. So now we want to do, so you guys say, okay, let's do what men really want. So now we're starting what do men really want, which is primarily targeted towards women. Fortunately or unfortunately, the events that has been unfolding in recent time has given us more than enough case study to look into, So we can go into the details of this, discussion and be taking case studies from happenings and events. So, our celebrities have decided to give us a lot of showbiz, and as much as we want to analyze their life and criticize their life, whatever position you take, let's get the learning curve. Let's look at what is really wrong. From Anya and Two-Face to Nedu and the wife, and then Tonto Dike just spank us up with some stuff again. Aduni said men want women that will not challenge them. That sounds like what women want. That sounds like what women want. Now we're going to talk about that challenge. I will not say you are wrong, but we will go into the details of that. We'll go into the framework. We'll go into the framework. What do men really want? Let's start. This is going to be very interesting. We are going to argue a lot. So as we are going, we'll be taking case studies from all of these are people that try to show us drama. Let me say for just for saying sake, my reaction to the Tonto DK and what's the name of that bigot? Prince. First of all, I want to condemn in totality the act. I'm not talking about Prince, I'm talking about everybody. The act of I don't know. The coward act of betrayal that seems to be on the rampage now. People can't even have a decent conversation and not bothered about being recorded. This idea of recording shit is appalling, is ridiculous, it doesn't make any sense. But hey, this is the world that we live in. This is 2021, where everybody is just going crazy. Everybody is a journalist now. Where is the place of trust and respect? Where is this place of confidentiality? It's madness. It's madness. It is madness. Husband recording wife, wife recording husband. And all of you want to come for, what's his name, Prince. I don't like what he did. He's stupid. He's really, really stupid. But guess what? Y'all just want to wake up to the reality of it is not good for to be recorded right now. When women have been recording their man all this while, which one of you come to say anything? I don't understand. Women have been doing it the entire time. So, but it was okay. It's annoying. I don't get it. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We are never going to succeed living this way. If I cannot trust you, I can't call you with confidence and feel safe with you, then what's the essence? One of my dear friends said to me a couple of days ago that, Victor, watch it. In the next 50 years, marriage will become a thing of extinction. People will just marry for fashion's sake. People will not, the premium of marriage will have been extincted. And I'm like, why? He said, because it's so much bullshit. No, because, and I'll come to terms with what she's saying. Listen, if the young ones are seeing all of this drama play out, who want to be in this kind of mess? When trust is already lost in relationship, what's the essence of it? What's the essence? If I cannot confidently feel like I can pick a phone and talk to you, especially in a place of discussing salient emotional issues like that, I say with all mouth and all effrontery, Tonto Dike is a piece of shit. But as at that time, she just realized that she missed it. And she was just trying to make the last efforts to keep what she cherished. And that's what you think you can record. Let me tell you this. The world is not going to believe you more than they should believe you because you record somebody's voice. It's madness because we all try to, they do these things to try to be convincing. Convince who? Okay, you record Tonto Dike now, you put it out there, we listen to it. Guess what? You get more hated for it. Because if you don't put you back in the will, I would put it myself in the shoe. If I'm Tonto Dike and this happen, will I like it? Will I like it? Recording anybody's conversation, I always say this. I'm sure you guys have heard me say it before, that I'm not struggling for you to believe me. You don't have to. You don't have to. You see, you work yourself out, you stress yourself so much trying to be convincing. It's not worth it. Anybody that will not believe your truth by a verbal statement don't deserve don't deserve your attention in the first place. If I say something that you don't believe it, F up. Like, get the hell. You put so much energy in trying to convince people that don't matter to you. You don't understand. Does it make sense? You are recording her, putting her on social media. For who to believe you? Us? No, the issue is not believe you or not. We don't give a shit about you. We don't care about you. Whether you are right or wrong. We don't care about you. We don't care about Tonto. We don't care. So why are you going to do so much and bring down your respect and dignity because you want to convince the social media? We don't give a shit about what you ate this morning. Like, we don't care. At the end of the day, we say, oh, you are the one that is right. Tonto is wrong. So what? You collect Grammy? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I see so many people try to be convincing. Let me make a little emphasis or a little reference. That was the same problem Bukky Jesse has. She was frustrated trying to convince everybody that Genesis is bad. No. Whatever you know, let's say she even have her facts. Let's even say she has certain grievances. If you say it and the world say they don't believe you, keep it to yourself. Who did you call when going was good? We just have, and the crazy part is that it seems that the older people are the one getting more stupid. I'm not getting it. The young folks in their teens and their 20s are not even doing this madness. They're not even doing it. It's like once you get to 40, you go mad. Like, I don't get it. Because you say, I feel like social media, they didn't raise you with it. So you really don't understand how bad and how sensitive it is. The young ones who were born in the computer days, they understand this. They know how to use it, and they understand the decency that comes with it. But I guess with this set of older folks, man, you're just being crazy for nothing. They didn't raise you with internet, so you really don't know how it works. You just jump on it and get into westernization, and you're just being mad. It is madness. It is madness. Why are you trying to convince people that don't matter to your life? People that cannot beat you, they can't stop you, their opinion is null and void. What are you trying to convince them for? And then you degrade yourself, do things that are stupid like that. Even if Tonto has been wrong the entire time, now you just mess yourself up. You just mess yourself up. I see people coming to make video to explain themselves online. You are mad. Look at the way. And then for Tonto, well, maybe by the time she gets to the 10th marriage, she will have realized that marriage is a personal affair. Marriage is a relationship between two people. Two people. Marriage is, once it exceeds this, is bullshit. And let me say this for emphasis sake. If you rub your success and what is working in your life on the face of everybody on the media, if shit goes wrong with you, don't expect a sympathy. The same way you rub it on their face, they will rub your failure on your face too. Easy. Tit for tat. There's a little bit of karma in what is going on right now. I really do not judge whatever happens between her and Churchill. I don't care. But I feel like, at what point did it become a problem that people can break up and just go their easy way? Why can't people divorce and just go their easy way? Why can't people divorce and not be enemy? Like, why? At what point did it become that relationship did not work, you divorce or you break up, and then you have to come and explain to us why? You are mad. As much as I condemn this guy recording Tonto because he's demoralizing, ladies and gentlemen, this is karma playing out. All the women, I've seen so many people reacting. I've read comments, update, posts. All of you are being Nkechi Blessing is crying everywhere. And that boss in the boy. Where were you when Tonto Dike broke up with Churchill? It doesn't matter what has happened between them. Everybody split them alone now. If you say somebody is bad and you are leaving him, it should be bad enough for you to not care about him. Just walk away. If this man is bad, you are walking out of his life. That it should be bad enough for you not to even want to talk about him at all. And then I know in a situation we've been on this road till today. By November, it will be 3 years since I've been divorced. 3 freaking years. And I've been separated 1 year before the divorce. So 4 solid years. There are members of my family that till now don't know. They still call me, yeah, uncle. Oh, wow, fine. Till today. 4 straight years of separation. 3 years of divorce. People are just getting to find out this year. Why? Because she moved on. She's married to somebody else. They are just getting to find out now. Nobody will ever said, I have had a conversation with them to say, those that really matter, people I respect and they are concerned, and because of their concern, I just make little explanation. This is what happened, this is what happened. Because you see, she's not my enemy. This is what I've said to anybody who have listened to me. I said, I don't think she's a bad person. I just think we're a bad fit. It's just like a round peg in a square hole. We just couldn't get the communication right. Do you understand? So, as bad as she appears to me, she might marry somebody else tomorrow and be a perfect wife for the person. Good luck to him. Good luck to her. If she's the fact that somebody is not, it doesn't work out with you and somebody, it doesn't make the person bad. It just means that you guys cannot get along. She might probably get along with somebody else. We've shared wonderful moments. We've shared times together. So I'm not going to be stupid. We have children together. You don't understand. I have never for one day ripped her apart in front of anybody. Do I have what to say? Plenty. Plenty. Somebody's talking about, oh, she did this to me. She did. If I open my mouth, I will make a whole book on what I went through. But it was my choice. Who married for me in the first place? I was the one who chose wrongly. And I quietly just take a detour. Why can't people break up? Like, see, those who are close to me knows when they try, once they want to start having a conversation about my past relationship, they know I don't like to talk about it. Anybody, in fact, there are people that I have fought. Some of them are listening to me right now that I have really go off on. I have fought people before because they are just trying to engage me in the conversation. But Kiniko, in fact, let me tell you one funny thing. I was talking to one of my friends on the phone. I have my AirPod in here, and I went to drop off my kid one afternoon. So once I knocked the door, she opened the door, and she was talking to me. So we're having a conversation. My friend was on the phone. Once I stepped out, she said, she ex-wife already. I said yes. He said, oh girl, she love her and you. They will be in sorrow. This person spent days trying to convince me, but love gay, she just couldn't understand that no, this is not love. This is mutual respect. She has many times tried to draw, women can be women, want to draw that ugly line, us having that bigotry. No, I didn't allow it. I just won't respond. You know how many of my people that have said, oh, you are stupid, you let her ride you. Does it take it dying out of my account? No. She makes so many crazy moves and I will just look and let it slide. Because I don't want to further. See, she has troubled me enough that I don't want to be troubled again. So how can I walk out of a marriage that I feel like I am troubled? And then I am out of it, I will still be troubled. Then why did I walk out? Doesn't make any sense. So this is what I ran away from. Why should I be still letting it get to me? It makes no sense to me. So I just look and I don't even like having such conversations. So I don't understand why people cannot break up and just silently move on. I believe that if the relationship don't work and two people break up, it's failure on the side of both of us. It should not be anything that we should be proud about. I don't understand this generation where people come out and talk about their broken relationship as if it's one Grammy award. Share Yahweh. What are you coming to social media to come and explain? Hey, Kiniko. As if you have achieved something good. No, it's failure on both sides. I regret ever having to go through divorce. It's not a good thing to do. I regret ever not being able to make it work. I felt like a failure. But I know that I rather accept my failure and have the opportunity to right my wrong than continue to fix what is already broken. Say you want the wine, man. I rather accept the failure because it is failure. I have the opportunity to right my wrong and then move on from there. As I'm moving on, it wasn't the next agenda for me. Separated divorce. No, moving on is not next. The next thing is sit down, get into solitude, see what is not right, taking responsibility for my own actions, fixing it before moving on. That's one of the ills of Tonto. So I don't like the idea of this guy recording now, but hey, let me ask you a question. How many of you make this kind of noise when Tonto Dike broke up with Churchill and came online to start shredding that guy in pieces? Call him 2 minutes man, Indomie man. He can't do this, he can't do that. The same man that got you pregnant like 6 weeks into your wedding. Call him 2 minutes man. His dick don't work. Indomie man. Every comedian in Nigeria make a joke out of that man. Churchill. Every comedian make it. It was a talk of the time. That man was ridiculed to nothing. The only post voice and all of you are shouting, you are getting emotional. No, it's bullshit. It's nonsense. This is karma. You shred somebody like that because it doesn't work out with you. No, it's nonsense. That's why I have zero sympathy for her. As long as I don't like the guy recording now, but yeah, he already did it, so fuck it. Let her deal with it. That's what it feels like. That's exactly what it feels like. Now she's coming to write Jesus. Stop putting Jesus in your mess, Tonto. I saw her update this morning. Oh, my fan, I've come to a place of strength and peace. Again, I'm just hold on to Jesus now. Where was Jesus when somebody came to you to say, stop doing all this paparazzi? When he got married Prince, social media did not rest. Instagram was on fire. When you were doing those perfect them with Prince on social media, remember the actress that came to say, go slow down, because you enjoy your life. See, personally, all this social media hype is not good. Tonto did a show to cuss the hell out of that woman out. How many of you remembered? How many of you remembered? Let me tell you, the highest level of insolence that can come upon a man is when you ridicule his manhood. Come here to say his dick don't work, he's a 1 minute man, and that thing becomes the joke of the whole nation. Did you bother about how Churchill felt? I come here to come and make an update. I stand with Tonto. You are mad standing with Tonto. Don't go and stand for your family. It's nonsense. We always make it look as if anything degrading done to man is okay. But if it is woman, you want to start acting out and putting emotions, because men barely do all this posting. So women everywhere, you will flood it. I just look at people since last night, and I'm like, well, sucks for you. Let's be realistic about certain things. Tonto is a piece of shit. Well, the man is not a man. Tonto is not a woman. There is no man on earth that deserves Tonto Dike. And I will tell you why. Tonto needs to go and find herself and find her sanity. If it is a man that is physically assaulting a woman, all of you will condemn her. In fact, he will be in prison by now. They will say they should go and jail him. They should do this to him. They should do this to him. Tonto did this to Churchill. beat him like a piece of shit, get him injured. Why can't you just walk out of a man's life without injuring them? We break his things. Now you are doing the same thing to this prince. Break his things, get him injured, you will slap a man. See, I have had to counsel so many women in my life. And when they are telling me their stories of heartbreaks, I'm listening to it closely. Because I'm looking for a possibility of a way out to fix this relationship. But while they are speaking, if the woman ever mentioned any form of physical aggression, I'm not listening to any other thing again. It's a closed place. I just tell you, walk out. Because see, I have seen women die in an abusive relationship than any other thing in my life. I just tell you to know that's a done deal. Go. Go. It looks like Prince was the cane that God sent into the life of Tonto Dike to flog her for the shit she did with Churchill. Period. Once a woman tells me about, oh, he slapped me just one time, you don't need to have another time. A man that slapped you one time is capable of killing you at the end of the day. So I always just say, walk out of that relationship. There's no remedy. You can't fix an abuser. Because you see, you can't change a man. His situation can change. But his personality, men don't change. But how then will I sit down and watch a woman physically assault men and even be proud about it? But that is okay. No, man. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that is physically aggressive does not deserve a partner. You are toxic to humanity, you are toxic to marriage, and you don't deserve anyone. I don't care the reason why. See, there is no reason that is good enough for anyone to physically assault his partner. There is no reason that is good enough. We condemn men beating their wife. Why are we going to okay women beating the husband and even coming to social media to talk about it? It's madness. Tonto Dike don't deserve a husband. You should go and sit down. God will find out somebody that she will find peace with. Never. It will not happen until she go and sit down and work on her freaking loser's emotion. She don't deserve any man. She shouldn't be married. She's toxic. She's crazy. Aduni, if a man smash your phone on the ground, your phone is invaluable. Okay? Any man that can smash your phone on the ground can slap you easy. I don't think your face worth the price of the phone. I really don't think so. So if you can smash your phone, that is physical aggression. Anybody that damages anything at all can damage your life. Because see, from little things, it graduates to big things. If a man will take your phone and smash it on the ground, like walk out. If you are in a relationship, that relationship should end with immediate effect. See, anybody that doesn't have a control over the emotion, see, I've said this before. What makes us different from animals is not our skeletal structure. It's control. The only thing that God gave us that He doesn't give animals is control. Is control. You must have control over yourself. A goat can walk around with his mother and his dick start getting on. He will get honey, he will climb his mother and fire the mother. Because there's no control. They walk around anywhere and hit whatever they find. What makes us human beings is control. So anybody that lacks control over themselves, a man that wants to go and be in a marriage and control the woman and doesn't have a control over himself, that's a devil personified. Ditto to a woman. Control is what makes us human beings. So anybody who doesn't have a control, women like a funny, you know she's a woman now, where you know women are vulnerable. How come it is when you do bullshit that you are vulnerable? When you are doing all your planning, if you can attend 15 parties in 2 months, you are not vulnerable then. It is when you want to fault their wrongdoing they talk about vulnerability. No, stop playing. You're not vulnerable. You know what the hell you're doing. Any woman that doesn't have a control over her emotions, any man who doesn't have a control over his emotions, should not be in a relationship. Period. You just have to determine who you want to be and effect it in your life. You have to determine who you want to be and effect it into your life. How can you say you just do things because, you know, women, our emotions is weak. Your emotion is not weak. You are just stupid. Is there every woman that behaves stupidly like you? Somebody will abuse a man. So the idea of, I don't care what happened. You did the same thing in the first marriage, you did the same thing in the second marriage, and somebody is having sympathy for you. No, I don't. You are an abuser. If it's not okay for a man to physically abuse a woman, it's not okay for a woman to physically abuse a man. In fact, it's more mentally degrading, mentally consuming, mentally demoralizing. Let us not shed away from this reality. Listen to this.
I dealt with him. If Georgie slapped me once, I slapped him 10 times before the second slap landed. If you don't know what was hitting him, if he hit me right, if anything, if I just see one blanket blood on my body, I'm burning down his whole clothes, and you know you like to buy designer. I'm burning down the clothes, burn down everything, carry on his chest, throw on the floor. In fact, there's a time I locked him outside, I put his things outside, snapped his the clothes outside, no box, something, threw it outside in front of my house. Poured ketchup cold, I snapped it, I sent all his family. I said, tell your son to come and pick his things because he's not eating his out again. That day he didn't sleep at home. It's not that big.
If it is your own brother that a woman, wife, took all his things outside and spoiled it and burned his clothes outside, burn his clothes, set his clothes on fire because they have an argument, take his thing and throw it outside and take the picture of it. She's so proud of it that she take the picture and make a video and send it to the mother and the siblings to say, tell your brother to come and pack his things outside. Will you tell your brother to continue to be in a relationship with such woman? That's an animal right there. That's a bloody, wild animal right there. This is what, you see how she's saying it confidently about Churchill. This is when he was married to Churchill. Listen.
You mean that you lock him outside the house and all the family members are begging you like black holes? I said, Daddy, you don't understand. This was, I see it. If I was still with Churchill till today, Churchill would have died. I give you like poison. Simple as that. And I would not have any, not one bad thing, as in feeling bad, guilty. No guilt. I would walk away with, oh, I'm a widow. Because it was better that I became a widow than all this kind of back and forth. For real? Maybe the man's thinking him rich, I made him rich, I don't pay money to marry him. You understand nothing. I'm so proud and I'm humble. But say I married you with my money, fed you, protected you. You want to come from it's a sin. It's a big sin. Use the money on my forbid. And you now come back and say you want to do this thing. You are wicked. Anytime Josh tell you that I get this wicked, just say you know. The scariest part is that he knows that I am extremely wicked. When it comes to anybody that I say I don't like or I hate, and in this case, he's the only person I've ever said I hated, and he knows it. So he's actually really scared. So he's hiding behind all of this is so-called useless friends. I would have just eaten money if there was money and gone. And if there was no money, I'd have jumped. But what am I doing? Do you know the kind of reputation you married in their wood board? Like they don't even have a good standing. Just look at the only one that is even acceptable in the society, which is the e-money. But see the way he changed his money into clean money, even with that self, people still look at him with one eye. Like, he still have the mentality of a thief without a gun. Yeah, so it's just a messy kind of thing. So if I would never, not be the kind of person if I was a normal person, and I say, okay, you're not the kind of reputation I have, because if they're looking for you, they can't find you, they'll catch me. I'm popular. You should do the ritual thing that I should have to carry people and make so that I will be rich. Then I told her I can't do that one. So that's why he talks, say, me and the wicked rich. Say me, I don't want to help am get rich. You wanted to use my picture first to get rich. Then the next thing you wanted to use me for ritual. Do you know how many churches this boy carried me to? Girl, I just like anytime I remember I'm hot, like I'm really, really hot. The thing they pepper me say I even go. People hate me. I didn't back that soap for 7 days. That's what we're saying about like in their family, they have a curse, like there's something like happens to them because his uncle told me that's you close to you're not close to Bishop. Bishop would have revealed some things to you. Bishop is the one that told me this man would not agree to divorce you. His mother will ask him against it. He was trying to explain some things to me, but I do understand where he was going to. Like, it's a ritual thing. It's if you marry, just go. So if like the sign, this is like everything that you did with him will reverse. I don't know. Somehow he tried to explain it to me, but then I was still bored and I was not too calm enough to even listen to him. So I know at the end of the day, doing something because I didn't want to have a communication with any of them. Okay, so. That's when I realized, that's when I doubled up on my Chris. That initial and that first stage now. If you notice, I was just quiet. I was not saying anything. They were the ones rushing from here, they were flying from this place to that place. All of them flipped back to Nigeria to come and beg me. Over 9 times. And I was just saying, no. And I did not a word on camera until I heard that. I will frustrate your life. You say it's because you're going to give it to me. I will frustrate your life. He said, hey, you never, I still had a text message, you never ever divorce me. I said, you lie. By the time I started to reveal secrets, I started to talk, it's not only him, called his uncle and said he was ready now. Went to my village, arrested. You can legitimately get him arrested because it's bigamy.
Now, that's just like tip. Just a clue. Let's just go back memory lane. A woman who does this to a first husband, I mean, that's not even the first, to a previous husband. First of all, although Burukuni Prince, because clearly Prince don't love this girl. Prince married her for showbiz purpose. He just want to marry a celeb and just want to be popular for it. But that's not the point. If a man marry a woman like this and they're having crisis, if you don't understand that Yoruba, ask your neighbor. If you don't have a neighbor, you're on your own. How do I translate it? If death is entering the door of your next door neighbor, it is actually a parable that is giving you that very soon it will be your turn. So if somebody watch a woman do all of this to a man, and this woman is married to you, and now you are having the same marital crisis, is it not normal for him to believe that Toto will ridicule him too? Maybe she will have jumped us and called the man, and this one will be like 30 seconds man, right? She will have possibly been out right now, ridiculing the man, this one again. So those of you who keep cursing the man, hey, that man is not the man, he is a useless man, why will he record that? Well, that is why he asked to record her. Because it is in Tonto's history to always come out and ridicule every man that she's done with. So it becomes a case of fastest shooter. The guy already know that. He already preempts that Tonto might come out funny and jump to the media because she's popular and begin to ridicule him. So recording Tonto Dike wasn't a bad idea at the end of the day. Publishing it, maybe you could have waited for Tonto's first move. I don't know. I'm not supporting the idea. It sucks. It's stupid. But for someone like Tonto, it's a good idea. Do you understand? It's really a pretty good idea. Because Tonto will approach him. So it's a case of access shooter. Don't I get Tonto? Don't want to you will not say the same thing. Kill up go. How come men are always like men can suffer? It's okay. Why should Tonto marry? Should Prince marry her in the first place? Somebody like nobody should marry Tonto Dike. She's not worth any man, and I'm saying it repeatedly. She doesn't have a control over herself. She doesn't have a control over her emotions. We get drunk, smoke your life out, and start. Why will you see? Ọmọ wèrè kan tó bá lóhùn òun fẹ́rẹ̀ mi tó wá bá mi tó wá wá sílé mi àwọn argue ó wá fọ́ tẹlifíṣàn mi òun fọ́ nǹkan wà á pẹ́ lẹ́wọ̀n love máa ká lójú máa tiẹ̀ mọ́lé ni. Ṣé ò ya wèrè? Ọ̀rọ̀ náà fi ń fẹ́yàn ní ṣé mo bá ẹ̀ tán ni? Bá ṣe gbọ́n fi mi ọjọ́gbọ́n ẹ̀ fún mi. You break anything in my house. You either pay for it or we'll meet in police station. I'm not playing with nobody like that. What kind of destructive love is that? What nonsense. And you're even proud about it. You come my house, we'll have you, you burn my clothes. Show yeah, we burn my clothes. And she's even proud about it. Oh yeah, you know you like designer. I burn all of them. You now make the video and send it to her family. Did you listen to when she said the family were flying down to Nigeria over 9 times? Trying to beg her. That is Churchill's family. We were flying down to beg her. They were flying down. I did not listen. Sister Tonto, karma is here. Karma is here. Maybe they were begging you to work out that relationship. You say, no, you are mad. Oh yeah, this is karma. 9 times, flying from the US down to beg you. So the whole thing, all of you that want to add emotions to it, you can as well kiss the wall. This is bullshit. This is karma playing out. This is karma. This is karma. I agree with you, Chris Tokumbo. The man came to destroy her from the beginning. There was no love and there was no relationship. I was trying to listen to the end. Did you hear how calm he was that? That will tell you he came prepared to ruin her. I agree with you. Yes. But Tonto deserve it. I'm sorry. She deserve it. That's karma right there. That's karma. I don't believe, for real, I don't think the guy ever loved her. I think the guy just want to be popular. I just want to leverage and have popularity, marry somebody for showbiz and all that nonsense. There was never a love. But again, how can he love her? The whole episode with Churchill, the guy witnessed it now. If you are the one in Prince shoe, will you not prepare your defense mechanism? So somebody should make you another subject of ridicule that the whole commander will be dragging you up and down. All the comedy show, Churchill was a subject of ridicule that year. 2 minutes man, Indomie man. Okay, let her have a taste of our mercy, man. I'm done talking about Tonto Dike. It's annoying. Two minutes man, can you go? Nobody deserves the kind of woman like Tonto Dike. She lacks control over his emotion. Now, Prince, let us now compare this to another scenario. Prince, on the other hand, is a bastard. But, hey, she's the karma for Tonto. Okay? That Prince doesn't show any sign of manliness. Okay, say it's 40 seconds. Yes, I remember. When he was doing that to Tochi, people, we used to laugh now. It was funny to women. And that bossy women. That bossy in the It was funny when Tochi was called 40 seconds man, 2 minutes man. All of you, every comedy show there, it was Tochi. Do you know how bad it is for you to question a man's manhood like that and make it a national disgrace? This is nothing now. You're not going to record there anymore. Oh, really quick now. This is nothing. You let her deal with it. You will get that kind of man. If you are that kind of Toto, it is that kind of man that you constantly have. If you are a woman like Toto Dike, you will constantly have a man like that. That's the honest truth. There is no good man that deserves a ridiculous woman. For you not to have a stupid man, work on yourself to be a good woman. We are going to go to specific now. For Prince is an asshole. Like, he doesn't show any display of what is called a real man. And that's the honest truth. But ladies and gentlemen, let us compare Prince. Let us compare Prince side by side to another man in another marriage crisis. Two-Face Idibia. All of a sudden, from nowhere, Annie split fire out and went all the way, put Two-Face out there, accused Two-Face of still having an affair with the long-time baby mama Bero. Which, to some of us, that's not the news. That's expected, dog. But that's not the point. Two-Face has been the most controversial musician Nigeria has ever seen. Nobody has been in sexual scandal as Two-Face in the history of hip-hop in Nigeria. Nobody. Tell me that person. Two-Face has been a customer when it comes to sexual scandal. Baby mama scandal. Two-Face is ubonge. But let me show you something that you might not notice, because you people don't always see anything that a man does right. Do you know that in the history of Two-Face, since he has become a celebrity, Two-Face has never for one day granted any public statement to talk about his personal life? How many of you have noticed that? Since this Anya has jumped out again, have you heard Two-Face said a word? No, not one day. Two-Face has never granted any public interview to talk about his personal life. Talk about his career, talk about his music, but not about his personal life. No, you guys are hypocrites. It's not because he's ashamed, because he's mature. Somebody said because he's ashamed. How are you people so unrealistic in your thoughts like this? Ashamed for what? That man looks like somebody that is ashamed. He's living the life that he wants to live. Two-Face is not making any baby by mistake. He's making baby because he wants to make baby. That's who he is. It's not an error. Ashamed for what? He's Two-Face. If you are in Two-Face shoe, will you be ashamed? Two-Face can afford any freaking thing. He's made. Forget it. That guy's a big boy. What are you talking about? That's a legend that is still living. Not what they call living legend. It's not. He never make any mistake. Not a single mistake. Not one baby was a mistake. He's being Two-Face. He's not even hiding anything. Two-Face is not even a cheater. Two-Face is Two-Face. He's not lying. He's not saying the truth. He's just being Two-Face. Ashamed for what? Two-Face has not for once come to public space to talk about his personal life. Not one day. This morning, there was another uprising. Annie jumped out again I don't know who the hell recorded her, or maybe she recorded herself, claiming, yeah, Two-Face is a polygamist, period. Long story short, he's doing him. He's doing Two-Face. So this morning, Annie blew out hot again, claiming that Two-Face has quietly, relocated, traveled to the US, allegedly, probably to come and meet Pero. So definitely Two-Face will be in Maryland by now. Don't worry, I'll cash him. Pero live very close to my house. They will live in the 1 year. But that's not the point. So Two-Face, in the middle of this crisis, moved from Lagos to America. And Annie went all the way off. Let's listen to that and let us get some facts right.
I'm going to scatter everything. Nobody knows the rules of an African woman. I will ruin everything. You know your family. This is Annie. You don't say that I was with my husband today. Peaceful, nothing happened. My husband told me I had a shoot today. Only for him to pack his things and his stupid cousin Frankie helped him plan it. His family does not love me. They hate me. They've been giving me hell for 10 fucking years. Today, my husband packed his things. He lied to me that he was going to shoot. But my husband is on his way to America. Planned by himself, FL Maribe, and Frankie. All of this behind my back. I don't deserve this. I know this is not your business. But I can't call any member of this family. I can't even call his manager. He will not take my call. Because he thinks I'm the reason. He thinks I'm in his way. He thinks I'm in his fucking way. So he would never take my call. He don't send this on his way to America without telling me. Without fucking telling me. Without telling me. He's going to see better in America. And he's going to keep, don't move this car. Grab this car. I'm going right now on Instagram Live. I'm going now. I'm done. I'm done.
Well, dear Annie, let us go by your last statement. You are done. Bye. Bye. Now, let's go back to your first statement. You are going to scatter everything. You are going to ruin everything. Not this money. You already did a good job with that. You already did. I don't get what... Listen, the problem is that the media don't say the truth. Annie, you are not trying to ruin everything. You already did that. You already ruined everything before now. So you are not just doing anything to ruin everything. You have ruined everything before now. Is Two-Face doing the right thing? Maybe not. Is Two-Face doing the wrong thing? Maybe not. Then what is he doing? He's doing Two-Face thing. And the only person that is not caught unaware in all of the baby mamas of Two-Face, the only person that is not caught off guard is Annie Macaulay. The only person who knows Two-Face and his polygamous nature is Annie Idibia. That is the only person. Oh, yeah, you guys want to start putting your sentiments. She's talking from years of pain. Well, she equally made the decision from years of experience and years of knowing who Two-Face is. Pero was a young girl who just tried to find love, saw Two-Face as a young guy, Pero was big when Two-Face wasn't even Two-Face then. Which other one? All the other baby mamas. They met Two-Face and they just want to love and want to settle down with him. The only person who knows that Two-Face was a polygamist was Annie. Because right in her face, Two-Face, they were together, and then she walked out of her life and then went to tour the world, hit all the pussy around the world, blah, 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 shake everything, make baby mama number 1, number 2, number 3, right in your face. You were not good enough to stay with. He went all the way to explore choice, big women that all of these baby mamas that Two-Face has, they are big enough to buy you as Christmas goods. You were the only low lifer among all of these women. You were not good enough for him. He went all the way. So his polygamous nature didn't start during marriage. His polygamous nature has been before. Two-Face has been polygamous before Annie married him. So she wasn't caught off guard. So he's from the place of pain. Well, she chose the pain. She chose the pain. The only person who had a choice to define her life not to be with a man who has a loose waist like Two-Face was Annie. The rest of them were trying to find love. Both Pedro and the rest of the women, they were trying to find love. Two-Face was a young man then. But the only woman who knows that she's in a relationship and was gallivanting around was Annie. When he came back to you, going, oh, you're my first love. You stood with me through thick and thin. Oh, you were everything to me. When I was nothing, you were there. But you were not good enough for him to stick with. When he was exploring the world, you were not good enough for him to go around with you. But guess what, Annie? You get into it. You chose this life. You chose this freaking life. Now, that's not the point. Now, things are unfolding. If a girl tell me that, oh, Two-Face got another girl pregnant and stuff like that, maybe I will give it an audience a little bit. But somebody who have baby 1, 2, 3 for a man, you really think they are not involved? Are you serious? A woman that did not move on, that is not married to somebody else. Somebody that did not move on, and he has 3 amazing children for him. Don't forget, this woman is not one. She's not a liability. Look, listen it though. She's not a liability. This is a well-established girl that have 3 kids for this man. So is what we call easy pass. Easy pass. So getting involved with that, the only reason why you should not get involved with such a woman is that, oh, if she's going to be drama or she's going to put you to some kind of financial strain, well, Two-Face can afford any financial obligation. But again, Annie is not pero it's not even any financial stress. You get what I'm saying? Who say Annie is not a liability? What are you talking about? Who is Annie? Who the hell is Annie? Don't angry me. Annie is a nobody without Two-Face. For you to assume that there's nothing between Two-Face and Pero up till now, I feel that you have just been an hypocrite. I think she just wants to stage a drama. The same Pero that was around during Two-Face's birthday and was kissing the 2 of you right in your face. You were not mad. You didn't throw attitude. I feel that you are aware. I feel that maybe sometimes, see, women take certain shit and then at some point they can't take it anymore. And then they start blowing out. You understand? But that she did not know that they are getting involved before now. She's lying. Thank you. She was cool with it, and now she's not cool with it anymore. That's a breach of contract. Do you know that? She was cool with Two-Face lifestyle. All of a sudden now she's not cool with it. That is a breach of contract. Annie is not a celebrity. You guys should stop. Annie will be a low-life Munasoka without Two-Face. Who is Annie? Who knows Annie? The old yes, she's a celebrity because of Two-Face. Do you understand what I'm saying? Annie is a celebrity because of Two-Face. Who the hell is Annie? You want to compare Annie with Pero? With her celebrity status, come on, be either. Let's not even go there. That's not the point. Pero was chopping the head of her life on a low. She's taking the piece that she can get. She's not mad. She's in love with Two-Face, and let me break your bubble. Two-Face love Pero. If anybody don't know that, I don't know what to know. Pero is not a celebrity. Pero is rich as fuck, okay? She's a big girl. She doesn't have to be a celebrity. For God, this celebrity knows lifestyle. We won't balls lower one. But we'll get money pieces. Go and find out about Bero's family. Bero Kele no aye ma lo be abi we share Annie. Don't even go there. Let's not even compare them. It's not good to compare them. Annie is the legal wife. Yes. Legality not the man you want lórí. We get that. They both started together, but she walked out of Annie's life. They didn't continue together. They started together. Auntie Nka Akife. Pero lives like 15 minutes from my house now. Neighbor Wani, I'm at Digbo Mini. I'm at down low. Pero Kele no aye we ma lo be. Don't even let us go there. I wouldn't like to compare them. They are too far apart. They are too far apart. Is Two-Face gone mad? Two-Face is a big boy, but Two-Face go calm down. Two-Face no go feed the do gaga for Pero. You guys should get your fast right though. So it's not because of money or anything, no. Pero Kele no aye. So this is a booty you are going to ride with no string attached. How many men are here? Only men will understand what I just said. A pussy that costs you nothing, that even comes with benefits, and you have a soul tied 3 children with. Men don't do certain adultery because of what it's going to cost them. That's why they don't do it. Some of your husband that you are saying, my husband don't do that. The only reason why he's not doing it is because it's going to cost him something. That cost him money, cost him time that he doesn't have, or cost him stress with you. So he stay away from Wala. But someone like Pedro will cost Two-Face nothing, like nothing. And don't forget, Two-Face is still Two-Face. If it is another girl we are talking about, I would have think it's a talk, like something to talk about. But this is Pedro. This is Pedro. I am not giving a legal grant for Two-Face. I'm not giving a legal grant for Two-Face. But then I am saying, where is the news in all of this story? There's no news here. There's no news here. You freaking know what you are getting into. You are the only woman in Two-Face life that had a choice, but you made the wrong choice. That's what we are saying the same thing. Why will your husband have side chick? Somebody that don't want to, that's a man that want to live long. We have your outside chick. No, no. No, wrong now. Yeah? No. The fear of you is the beginning of wisdom. It's just a sign of not trying to live long. You understand? I'm not giving a legal grant for Two-Face, but Annie had a choice, and she made a choice. Now, it is a complete breach of contracts for you to be okay with certain situation, and then in the middle you are not okay with it. It's a breach of contract. It's a breach of trust. It's a breach. That is what they call breach of trust. You were okay all along, and I think you get too comfortable now. You are not okay. Let's leave all of this situation aside. Let's now come to the reaction. Okay, Two-Face, I just found out that he's still sleeping with Pero, and then it's not this and this and this thing. And then the only intervention is to come to Instagram and post the story. The question is, what is the motive of Annie's action when she did that? Is it to get help to make the marriage work? Or to spite Two-Face's reputation? Or to call out Pero? Do you see anything that looks like making things better in Annie's action, or actually a plan to make things degenerate? Again, I repeat, if you are done with a man, walk quietly away. Marriage is not do or die. If you are in any marriage, it's not working for you. If you remember that you are happy before you marry, you are happier than the way you are now. You are not supposed to be in that marriage. Walk away. Your happiness is the most important thing in life than any relationship. No man deserves to trade your happiness for equally. No woman deserves to trade your happiness for. If you feel that you are free, you are doing well in life, you have more freedom, you are happier, your economy is more stable when you are single than now that you are married, auntie, pack your bag and walk out of that marriage. It doesn't worth it. And when you are leaving, don't create a scene. Just go. I don't care about what Annie feels. She thinks like she's well established right now and she can't take all these excesses anymore. Yes, she's a big girl now, she's a celebrity. Yes, she can't take all this bullshit and she's done. Girl, don't ruin your own career and your life by staging a drama. Just walk away. The act of coming to service, somebody say, hey, you know she's a woman, her emotions. Hey, stop acting stupid and claiming that it is woman nature. It is an insult on womanhood for everyone who have a stupid behavior to be making it under the auspice and under the pretext of being a woman. That is not what woman stands for. That's not what women stand for. That women of power and dignity and control and good self-esteem. That's not what makes you a woman. Acting stupid? No. Womanhood is not stupidity. Every woman that do something that doesn't make any sense, that is inhuman, that is ridiculous, they want to come out and give a justification because, hey, you know, women are emotional. She's just acting from the place of pain. No, that is stupidity. That is mediocrity. That is negligence. There are better things that should represent women than acting stupid. Say, why did she come to social media and be throwing all of this? Hey, you know she's a woman. That's an insult on womanhood. The fact that you're a woman is not the reason why you're acting stupid. You are acting stupid because you are actually, in real sense, stupid. A real woman will make better choices. A real woman will think before they act. A real woman are embodiment of strength. Women have the ability to contain pressure more than any man. Go and do your findings right. It is because God realized that man needs help. That's why he created woman. A woman is a complete version of a man. You are not vulnerable, you are just tactical. That you just, when they want to be mischievous, that's when they act vulnerable. You are not vulnerable. In fact, it is their part of tactics and gimmicks that they want to pose vulnerability. There's more to women than being stupid. Stop hiding under the pretext of being a woman to cause mischief. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out for you. You cause more mischief on yourself. What has Annie seen that any woman have not seen before? You are mad. You are very mad. You are in a marriage, a celebrity marriage, so to say, despite the whole world know the weakness of your husband. It's not a secret. The vulnerability of your husband is not a secret. But you are peaceful in this marriage. Annie, if your husband is not sleeping with Pero, definitely he's sleeping with somebody else. We know Two-Face have a loose waist. The whole world knows that. What difference does it make if he's sleeping with Pero or he's sleeping with somebody else? He's sleeping, you are sharing this man's dick, period. And you know that that doesn't even make you unfortunate. That doesn't reduce the value of your marriage. That should not even hurt you. He has been like that. That was what you married. Get that of here and stop acting stupid. Coming to social media and make those posts in your story was with the intention of what? I like to look at issues from the angle of motive, not the action itself. Motive. What was the idea? Are you trying to fix your marriage or you are trying to shred it? Clearly, you say you are done. Why can't you just walk the hell out? You are done. Bye. Because clearly, it's not going to get better. Let's look at the antecedent after then. Unfortunately, fortunately, Two-Face has been very mature that he has not said a word. And I want to give another kudos, a very big respect to Two-Face. I love that guy for that. I hate his dick, but I like his person. I hate Two-Face dick, but I like his person. He has a good personality, and he knows how to manage all these crazy ass women. He has been in too much controversy, and I love the way he always handles it. See, you better not say anything than say the wrong thing, because what you say don't go. This is social media. It doesn't live. You can't unsay what has been said. So there's much wisdom in silence. The Bible says that keepeth his mouth, keepeth his own soul. And Two-Face understand that. He's a piece of shit, but he's getting his shit right. Unfortunately, I wish the entire family of Two-Face have sense like him. Two-Face brother is such an idiot who have been making a hell of noise and writing all those foolishness. It's a shame. That gives us an idea of why this marriage is even having problem. Now, let me go back. I have faulted Annie for coming to social media and faulted her for having a problem with Two-Face involvement with baby mamas. But let us go to reality. If you listen to her voice note, the two voice notes, the voice note that we've listened to and what we read, and the first voice note that was out, you will see that the case that she was mentioning, hold on to one thing to pour out their pain. I feel like the main problem of Annie is not Two-Face messing with Pero. Because to me, I keep saying it's not the news. I think what the problem is the stress that the family of Two-Face are causing her. Unfortunately, she would have just dwelled on that and stayed that than bringing Pero in this picture. Because that's not the news. You're not going to get any consideration from that. Clearly, Two-Face have some really big ass, stupid ass family. Clearly, his family they are ridiculous. That brother is just. I wish I can pull him out of the screen on Instagram and slap him. Because how is it your business? Why can't you just respect your brother's opinion and just be quiet? This matter will have been more sensible. They will have been honorable. I was getting nuisated. So Annie's claim that the family don't like her might actually be true. But again, why they don't like you? Why? You are from the same place. The little I know about Benue people, they're not going to choose a Yoruba woman over a Benue lady. So they should like you by naturalization. You are the only person that is from the same place with Two-Face. There must be something something must have transpired. Again, see me finish, they cause am. She could have made more emphasis on this issue of family, which I think we will have seen some things there. I don't think Two-Face family are doing the right thing. I think they are crazy. Why? Again, it's not far-fetched. Two-Face is the only successful person in his family. Pero is not a problem in their marriage. You are very wrong. Pero have a very smooth relationship with Two-Face before Annie gets into the picture. Before Annie got married to her. So Annie was aware of Pero in the first place. She chose that. If you are Pero's mother, as you look at James, if you are Pero's mother, will you have prefer her to jump out there looking for another chance of another man with 3 children, or just stay and take the peace she can get with just a baby daddy? No, now. If you are Pero, will it not be better for you? And if you are Pero and you have 3 children with 2 face, I'm not saying just a man. You have 3 children with 2 face, like 2 face. Even if he's going to visit you twice a year, will it not be better for you than taking the chance of looking for another man that you don't know what's going to happen to you there? Or coming not do that. Really look forward. So let's be realistic. No, it's 2 face. 3 children. What already know the better part of her life with 2 face. She better just stay there. The family of 2, that 2 face brother is an idiot. And then while I was still condemning 2 face family, Annie's brother came out with one dumbass video. I don't know if I saved that too. One silly, smelling video. How many of you saw that? Annie's brother talking about they insult their mother and she's demanding an apology, and then called 2 Face's mother a bitch. Well, if he loved Annie so much, why did he leave Annie and go and date 3 women? Have children by 3 women? 2 Face is 2 Face. Period. How many of you saw the video where Annie's brother's video? How many of you saw it? How many of you saw that video? 2 Face brother have been acting a fool the entire time, making it very clear to us that they are the problem of this marriage. And then Annie Dibias did a video. Okay, yes, some people saw it. I'm trying to see if I can put my finger on the video. Call 2 Face's mother a bitch. I've said it many times. You cannot be what you are trying to correct. You cannot be what you are trying to condemn. How better are you? In fact, you are worse than 2 Face brother. You say this person disrespects your mother, and then you are demanding an apology, and then you call their own mother a bitch. And you are still expecting an apology. If they did not apologize, you will turn down this whole thing. What are you going to do? I'm giving them 3 days to apologize. Motherfucker, 3 days has passed. What have you done? Now, all of this tells us one thing. That the problem of this marriage is not Pero. The problem of this marriage is not any other baby mama. The problem of this marriage is the 2 family. The big problem in this marriage. In fact, I feel like the family are even encouraging 2 Face to stick with Pero, to the way I'm seeing it. Okay, yeah, today now 2 Face claimed he was going for a shoot, and Annie found out that it's in America, definitely. With America, with whom? 2 Face, Cowboys in Maryland, deal. Come and be eating your meal. The family are the major problem. They are the major problem of this marriage. Because from the characteristics of the both family, 2 Face brother and Annie's brother, the marriage cannot work. Ẹ̀yin máa ṣàlàyé pé ẹja wà ní sandin. Dollars. Annie has been with Two-Face before Pero, but they broke up when Two-Face was with Kenny's Music story. That is when Pero came in, and later they settled it for them. That is when Annie came back to Pero. Can it big about Pero? Had already had 2 children. How many months does it take to get pregnant? Because you're making it sound as if, yeah, you just jump out and jump in. For him, that is the mistake Annie did by still going. Well, don't water down the mistake. It's not a mistake, it's a choice. She made a choice. She was not on that gunpoint when she was making those choices. Okay? Period. Annie has been with Two-Face before. That's your claim. But continue. They broke up. So when Annie came back, Annie came to actually snatch somebody's boyfriend. Do you understand simple English? Period. They broke up. Pero was not in the picture then. Pero didn't snatch. They didn't even know Pero. Two-Face didn't know Pero. Let's get this fact right. Let's stop being sentimental about it. They broke up. If you go back and start sleeping with your ex-husband, you are snatching somebody's husband. Whether you are okay, now you want to start messing with somebody you dated when you were in 200 level in university, and he's already with somebody else. And you now say, yeah, because I dated him, I was the one that was dating him first. We dated, you know, when we've been together, when we're in 200 level. No, you are actually snatching somebody else's husband. So let's stop being sentimental about this whole thing. It's not Pero's fault that they broke up. Pero was not even in the picture at all. But Pero, Annie was the one who came back when Pero was in the picture. 2 children. 2 children for a man. And you choose to marry the man. You actually took somebody else's husband. Case closed. Let's stop putting sentiment into all of this. No, Two-Face brother insulted them first. It doesn't matter who did it first. They are all mad. Two-Face family are mad people. Annie Dibia family are useless people. You don't understand? They are the problem of this marriage. It's unfortunate that Annie could not even address the issue of family and leave the whole of Pero shit alone. That is even secondary. She's fighting the wrong battle, period. Yeah. So that's my question. What is the motive of action? What is the motive of action when you are coming to social media? For who? For Judge Judy? For what purpose? Was her idea, does she think that coming to Instagram and make those updates will make Two-Face realize and come back to her and be committed? How? This brings us back to the embodiment of our topic. What do men really want? Understanding the framework of a man. Aside from his big head and his tall body and his broad chest and his 6-pack and his this thing and then his job and then his car and his family line and all the flashy things that you can see about a man, you need to understand the component and the composition of a man. Certain things are specific to each man, but certain things are actually general. They are synonymous to any man. They are synonymous to any man. Number one thing that you need to know, that is a need of a man. You don't have any business if you are not going to meet this need. There is no reason for you to marry. That's why when some women say, hey, it's not every woman that we marry in this life. Marriage is not for every woman. You are lying. It's mediocrity that is worrying you. Go and sit down. Is it that you have a bad taste of men? You always choose the wrong thing. You know, sometimes what you like is different from what is good for you. Some of you like what is not good for you. And you need to deliver yourself from that kind of choices. So you see that you have poor choices of men, or you just ignorant and you don't have what it takes to keep a relationship. That marriage is not for some women is a lie. As a matter of fact, God did not create any woman to just for creating it. Every woman that God created, He created it for the purpose of completing a man. Do you understand? Your existence is to complement and complete one man. You are not created to be by yourself. There's no reason for creating woman. Man was already perfect. God said, created man, He said, it is good. There's no reason to create a woman in the first place. The essence of a woman, God created woman to further complement a man. Woman is not an independent being. It's created to be a complement. It's an auxiliary of a man. So if you feel like, oh, it's not what you can't get it right, or it's not working for you, you have failed the purpose of creation. You need to first of all check your preference. I've seen so many women, you like those things, but they are not good for you. There are certain things you like, sometimes you like what is not good for you. And that applies to men, both men and women. Sometimes what we like is different from what is good for us. And on the other hand, some of us are actually operating a machine that we don't have any knowledge of. You will crash land, you will have an accident. You are driving a car that you don't know how to drive. Or everybody would think I'm smart, I'm intelligent. If you put me in a plane now to drive, I'm a very fast driver. I've been driving for I don't even know how many years. I'll be driving close to 2 decades right now. But listen, if you put me in a plane to fly right now, just know that we are ending our life there. Because I don't know nothing about flying a plane. That's how it is to so many of us as women. Get into marriage and you don't even understand the framework of a man. All you think about is what you want in marriage, what you want, the kind of man you want. We go into marriage with selfishness, self-consciousness, self-mindedness. Everything you want, fine, you don't deserve it. But do such a man who has all these qualities, does he deserve you? Does he deserve you? Fulfilling the purpose of creation is working it out. It is mediocrity for anybody to say, hey, marriage is not for me. I don't think so. So what do men really want? What is the first thing you need to know about the composition of a man? Number one, I've said it before that this is going to be a very engaging topic. We are going to argue a lot because I will show you things that you possibly have not ever had before, or possibly that is different from what you believe in. So it's going to be a lot of argument, and that's fine. That's the essence. That's why it's called a chat room. Number one, I don't know what Susan means. I don't get that. Number one, in creation, when God was having the ideation of creating man, he consulted with some beings in heaven that is called the 24 elders, right? He said, every other thing he created it by himself. It was his idea. But when he need to create man, you have to call the council of heaven. That's how important it is to God. And he said, let us make man in the behold of beginning when he was making the heaven and the earth. And God created the heaven and the earth. It was God did this by himself, did this. When it comes to making man, he needed the committee, he needed the whole council of his kingdom, needed the input of everybody. And God said, let us make man with two components. Listen to this. Let us make man in our own image. One. And after our likeness. Two. That is the composition. And then the purpose. And let them have dominion. So God created man in his image. That is the skeletal structure. Now, let me make this statement ahead before I continue. That when I'm talking of men and what men wants, I'm talking of real men. I'm talking from the positive angle. I'm not talking of crazy ass people. I'm not talking of a man that is actually clearly have a problem. I'm talking of real men, okay? I'm talking from the angle of, ideal, normal situation. Now, don't give me citations from abnormal situations. A man who have a problem have a problem. So, God created man in his image, which is like what it looks like, skeletal structure. Fine, beautiful. But he created man also after his likeness. The word likeness means characteristics. So God created man, when he was created man, he created man with God's ability in him. Let this man look like me. One, let him carry my features. So the nature of God is in man. What is the nature of God? God is God. The supremacy and the lordship of God was invested in man. And God said, let them have dominion. So when he created it, he charged him with the ability to dominate. The first thing, what do men want? You need to understand in the composition of any man is their self-esteem, their ego, whichever way you want to call it. The ego of a man, whether you are right, whether you are wrong, whether you have a legitimate ground, whether you don't have a legitimate ground, if you mess with a man's ego, expect a wrong result. Every man have a lordship nature in him. Do you hear me? Every man have a lordship nature. The leadership characteristic, the God nature, the Godhead nature is in every freaking man. Any man that doesn't have that has a problem. I will say for emphasis reason that this nature, as much as it sounds to anybody who is a feminist, look like, oh yeah, so man have to rule over women. That's not what it means. Power is not a guarantee or an access to humiliation. Am I talking to somebody? A man, a real powerful man, does not humiliate. He actually uses power to profile leadership. If you have a boss who is controlling and authoritative, who is a capitalist, who give orders and he doesn't care whether you are going to carry out the task successfully or not. He doesn't care what it takes you to carry out, and he just give orders and go and sit back in his office, give orders and use people who are not ready to work with you or involved with you, just give you tasks ahead. And you have another boss in your office who come and give tasks and work with you on how to actualize them and teach you on what you need to know and train you, and you flop and he said, well, you didn't do this right, you should do it this way next time. And he's always on the floor with you to work with you to actualize it. Which one is the good leader? Both of them are bosses, but which one is a good boss? Tell me, talk to me. Which one is a good boss? The one that work with you or the one that give you order? I'm definitely sure a good leader is a leader who challenge a cause and work as a team with his people. It doesn't mean he doesn't have the power to give orders. So what is called power or leadership or authority invested in a man, it is weakness for a man to humiliate a woman because he is in place of authority. It is weakness in a man. Do you understand? But ladies and gentlemen, listen to me. Every man has one thing that they don't have a control over. It is called ego. Do not mess with a man's ego. Hear this and hear this. I hope somebody is listening to this. I hope you'll be receptive enough to receive it. If you know how to magnify a man's ego, you will always get away with murder. If you know how to maximize a man's self-esteem, you will have a happy life living with a man. I don't care where your deficiency is. If you make a man feel like a man in his own house, you will get away with it. Let's go back to our references. Two-Face has been messing up. Clearly, Two-Face doesn't have a control over his waist. Whoa. Okay. That's gross. Abuse of power is actually weakness in the place of power. Abuse of power is actually weakness in the place of power. So, what feminists fail to realize is, are they saying a woman should be subjected to man? No, that's not the point. In any gathering that is more than one person, somebody has to provide leadership. Right? That's what it's called structuring. See, a woman that is know how to manage and mess with a man's ego, you will be the one controlling him. Have you not realized that it is not what a woman says that leads to problem, it's how it's being said? I don't know how best to say this. Have you not realized that in family crisis, it is not always what she says, it's how she says it. Listen to me. Every man that wrongs you as a woman in marriage, in your relationship, knows that he's doing the wrong thing. I don't know what to say stroking. I don't know what to mean by stroking. Obviously, you know how to mess around with a man's ego. You know how to magnify his ego. You are good. Have you not realized that in every family crisis, see, a man that's doing you wrong knows that he's doing you wrong. And I've analyzed that before. I've explained 4 different types of men. Every man is a predator. I've talked about the hyena men, the cheetah men, the lion men. I compare men to animals, wild animals. There are men who are hyenas, based on the nature of these predators. The hyenas, the cheetah, the lion. Which one is the 4th one? We've done that in the past. Some of you who are constant on this show will remember. Cheetah is a chaser. Chase everything. Hyena cannot even run that far. But hyena will hide somewhere and watch every other animal kill an animal. But hyena will come there and eat every other thing there. Eat it to the bone. Every spoiled thing, any animal that is dead on the floor, spoiled. Those are men that scout for vulnerable women. He is a perfect man until he finds a woman that is flirting around with him. He doesn't chase women, but he doesn't have the ability to resist women who jump on his shoulder. The cheetah men, those ones are chasers. It's just in his system. It's just part of it. It's just fun to him to chase women. Black, short. If you have that kind of human, go to Shiloh or Prayer City, you have a problem. You need deliverance. There are women that are actually lions who marks their territory, works with dignity and respect, respect his wife, respect his family. But please, don't break his territory. You will become vulnerable to cheat on you. But that's not where we are going today. A man's ego is not always what the woman said that caused the paranoia. It's always how she said it. Now, when you talk to a woman, they say, "Oh yeah, but why did you? Okay, she did this and then you did that. But why would he?" He say, "Yeah. But women act and then process. If you can adopt that control, to know, see everybody who is wrong, know is wrong. A man who wrong you is already afraid. Men are coward, bloody ass coward. He knows that he has done wrong. He knows he just got caught. But guess what is standing in his way of doing the right thing or apologizing to you? His ego. He knows he's drunk. He's weak. His heart is panting like a mad dog. He's afraid of you. But every man, a man's weakness or vulnerability comes in. They shield their weakness with ego. So now he's coming to wear his ego on the head and say, what? And guess what? If his ego bail him out in that trouble, he will always use it on you. But do you know that you can actually disarm that ego? Don't let him play ego on you. This I would want to say. It is ego. They just wear that shit. Now, I will tell you this. Like I said, there's no man that do you wrong that is not aware that he's doing. Don't shake him up. I will say this, and feminists might not like it. You know, feminism is what destroyed marriage to where we are now. Some of you don't know. Feminism is a scam. It doesn't have any basis. Feminism, I repeat, is a scam. Go and do your study very well. Hear me. Any woman that is not ready to submit to leadership of a man do not have any business getting married. Don't do it. That is how it was created from the foundation of the earth. That is the ordinance of God. That is how marriage is structured. But you want to contravene the order of marriage and you want to have a happy life. No, you will not. Hear this. Submitting to a man is not a subject to abuse. The question you should ask yourself is, who are you submitting to? If you are not ready to submit to a man, please don't marry. Don't do it. You don't have any business being married. Just stay in your freaking house. Live your life. You can. I believe that anybody can be fulfilled without having a partner or being married. But if you want to be, if you have to be, hell yeah, are you playing with me? Feminism is a scam. There's no. I've had this argument many times. Bring all of the components of feminism, and I will tell you that they actually. I think let me correct something. Let me not say it's a scam. Let me say feminism has been misinterpreted. Maybe that's the right word. What they take about now as feminism is bullshit. That's not what the real feminism or the real feminists, all of the patriarchs of feminisms, that's not what they represent. Standing up to be confrontational to a man is not feminism, it's madness. It's stupidity. Feminism is actually women standing up to be something for themselves, standing up to do better and make substantial life. Feminism started out of the need for women to be given opportunity for them to be able to be relevant in society. And people, it's not marriage. Whoever brings feminism to the concept of marriage actually is a destroyer of marriage. Feminism was the image, because in those days where people will have children and they will not send their female kids to school because they just feel like, yeah, he's going to marry somebody else and his last name is going to change. And they just don't send their female kid to school. Feminism, those are what are, spring up those campaigns then. But now you want to bring that nonsense to marriage. No, that's not feminism. That's madness. So I won't say this, I'd rather say that's been misinterpreted or misemphasized, so to say. I'm not ready to submit to a man. Don't marry. Don't be married at all. But submission is not subjection. Submission is not subjection. What you should make sure is, who are you submitting to? If you submit yourself, your life, your destiny, to a man who have not even discovered himself, that is you who have eyes. You enter a car that is driven by a blind man. I don't know accident in it. How many of our women actually stand to be responsible for themselves when they are making that decision? But that you will say, I've had so many nonsense in my life. I look so many women and I just shake my head. Look at what Annie did. Let's say he was sneaking to Pueblo before. Shebina, he came to Pueblo, pop and play openly now. What? I will scatter everything. You will scatter nothing. Nothing will happen because don't be perfect. You will only come and do your drama and walk out of his life eventually. What does he lose? Nothing. Our action will still not stop the man. Matter of fact, he further justify why the man should be with this woman. Anyway, when the entire time has never been caught up in any drama, he has not said a word about Two-Face anywhere. So she's a better candidate than you. Do you understand? Thinking that you can challenge a man and stage a fight with him will change him. I have said this before. Nothing changes anybody other than love. Oh yes, I will tell him. You are taking counsel from your married friends or your divorced friends. I will tell him. I will show him. He's not going to change. He's still going to do that shit again, okay? I will show him I'm not stupid. Not being stupid is not you talking nonsense. It's not you fighting. There is much wisdom in being tactical than trying to be confrontational. Let me submit this first point because I'm about to round up. Every time in your marriage, whether you have a reason or not, every time you have to confront like this a man, you stir up his lordship. You stir up, you are going against that nature in him. He doesn't know. It's not because it's bad or it's good. But every time a woman, whether you have issues, I'm not saying you have a reason for it or not, but every time you confront a man like this, you are stirring up something in him that will revolt against you. It takes some level of control for a man not to go wrong. Listen, how many of you women have noticed that you have raised an agenda? Maybe you want something or you are raising a concern with a man, with your husband, and he will tell you no. And you will argue it, and he will tell you, no, I'm not doing it. And then he will leave. And then you will just see that after some days, he did not discuss it with you, but he did that same thing that he told you no about. How many of you have experienced that in your marriage? You bring this idea or you talk about this concern, and your husband will say, no. Why do you want to do that? I'm not doing it. And you argue it maybe for days, and he just said it's not going to happen. And silently, you just see him do that same thing. How many of you, do I have a witness here? What that tells you is that the only reason why no was coming out of his mouth is your confrontation. Men revolt confrontation. Men revolt confrontation. So it's not that your idea is bad. It is your motive. What your idea comes with that confrontation that is bad. When you question him and you confront him, you challenge his ego, he will revolt. It's a default response. He just say no. It doesn't mean to say no. You remember that old song? Wherever you go, wherever you meet, Sisi Ekwabi, do not say yes when you mean to say no. It's man that they are talking about. The only difference is that this one is on the alternative. Men say no when they mean yes, because as at that time they are not listening to what you are saying. They are seeing your confrontation. They are not. What is hearing is not the point you are trying to establish. What is hearing is your confrontation. When you wrestle with the man's ego, you are getting a negative response 10 out of 10 times. Show me a man that is honored and respected by his wife. I will show you a man that is in the making of being a perfect husband. As debatable as that can be to you. Some of you are confrontational and you don't even know it. You are doing it from a good place. You love your husband. You respect him. But your mannerism, the way you put those things, you are just, let me give you simple things like this. Simple things like this. Do you know that there are some good things that you might do for a man that actually still confront his ego? Simple things like doing things that he did not ask of you to do is a good thing. No? You are coming back from work, or you went out on an official assignment from work, and you drove past where his mother lives, and you stop by, you buy some things, stop by mama's house, give mama something, and you give mama some 20,000 naira to it, and you walk away. Is it not a good idea? Good idea. You came back, you tell him, he said, oh yeah, thank you very much. You'll share your home. It wasn't a bad idea then, right? It wasn't a bad idea. 2 months later, mama called her son, which is your husband, and says that he wants to repaint his living room. So I said, okay, mommy, I will look into it. I'm ashamed at the moment. He told the mother, okay, but he has not done it. He said, okay, mommy, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. A month after, 2 months, he has not gone to paint the house. They are doing a project in your own job that you are the maybe project manager, that you now order paint for company. You have excess paints, or they selling discount paints at your job. They just bought it, you ordered for your company, and they gave you a discount. So you now feel like you just had 2 buckets to the paint, because you remember that mama want to paint her living room, Abi, and you are getting the opportunity to buy this thing because of your position in the office at a cheaper rate. So you bought this paint and took it to mama's house. When you got there, you got a painter to paint it. What a good wife that you are. But do you know that you have messed up your husband's ego? Do you know what you have silently done? Showed the mother that if not for you, the man will not be responsible to her. No man will like that, even though it's a good gesture. Calm your freaking nerves down. Stop doing things in isolation like that. This is the problem so many successful, established, independent women have today. Because they make their own money and they are doing well and they are financially stable, they take certain financial decisions for themselves or for the family that question the ego of this man. See me finish. This is the problem of so many women. So tomorrow now, Mama want to call. He needs help with something. He will not call the husband. He will call you. He will not call our own son. He will begin to call you. Show me that. Show them a good leg, but below you, Lord of Yael. Do you understand? Very good gesture, but it's confrontational to the ego of a man. A man is doing the wrong thing that you don't like and he hurts you, and you want to argue your concern. Check how. Except you don't want the marriage anymore. If you still want to be in that marriage, don't confront his ego. Màá show ẹ lẹ́nìí, màá jẹ́ kó mọ̀ lẹ́mìí, mo sọ̀rọ̀ sí, orí ẹ̀ ti bàjẹ́. Wàhálà máa cheat on you next week ó máa cheat on you. Because kí ló fẹ́ ṣe? Ipá ò tajà, ipá ò rà náà. Yes. That's the problem. Let me explain it to you. It's not as if it's a good thing. No. Every man is advised to work on his own ego. Because one of the killer of a man is this ego. One of the things that can reduce a man from functioning to full capacity is this same ego. If he doesn't have a control over it. Every man is advised to have a control over his own ego. Let me tell you something. So many independent, financially stable women are struggling to keep a relationship today because of this reality. One Magala said, even when they are doing it to relieve the man, hell yeah! To you are relieving the man. To him, you are reducing the man. Men, in fact, you are richer than him. You are making more income than him. In fact, he needs the support, in all fairness. He wants you to support. But mind how you support. Make sure he has a control over his ego. You have to know how to evaluate his ego. You understand? Well, Bible says you should be their helper, not their sponsor. This is the problem with women. Women they are extremists. When they want to be good, they be over good. When they want to be bad, they be over bad. That's the problem. When you want to spend your money on a man, you spend it you want to do because he has asked you for help in one place and you came through. You begin to assume. Women just take a lot of assumption. That's one of the problems. You begin to assume that you can just go ahead and help him. Don't help a man when he did not ask you to. That's the safest way to live your life. When it comes to, financial assistance, do not do it if he did not ask for it. You might mess with his ego. I did more than what you are talking about. Turn him to my mini God upon everything he married another wife, begging me to stay. Nothing can keep a man except a man wants to be kept. Well, let me address this. First of all, you said you did more than all of this that I'm talking about. You turned him to a mini God. Do you know that you can still respect a man and still messes with his ego at the same time? I'm not saying worship him. He's not God. Do you understand? You can actually respect a man and still messes with his ego. Just a little bit being forward, a little bit being Matter of fact, there are some men that doesn't even like you to turn them to mini God. I must be honest with you, I'm one of those. If I say everything, just say yes, sir. And you go, okay, sir. And you go to Barcelona. What do you want? And you go to Barcelona. Just like, coming to America, part one. Well, what do you, what kind of man? Whatever you want, my prince. Yeah, whatever. I don't like women like that. I like women that can hold the conversation. I want to share your thoughts. No. So, some men don't like you to just want to, because we believe we are being fake. We cannot have an opinion over everything. You understand? So, yes, you feel like you treated him right, you respect him, according to him, you turn into a mini God. Upon everything, he married a man, he married another wife, begging me to stay. Okay, nothing can keep a man except the man want to be kept. Now, let me correct that. The problem is that we're trying to keep him. Marriage is not a cage. Do you understand? There should be access. Anything that makes a man feels like he will be deprived of freedom of who he is, there is a problem. The first problem is trying to keep a man. Do you know that you might actually become extra nice to a man, and he knows that what you are doing is because you are trying to keep him? So many of you in a relationship, that's why they are duping you every day. That's why no man is proposing to settle down with you, because your actions become too unrealistic. Lord help me, how do I explain this? You met a man within 1 month, you have become too real to be true. So you begin to feel like this is a trap. You feel trapped. I met you in 2 weeks, you're already calling me, you're coming. I've talked to 5 of your friends. I'm going to suspect your stupid ass. I say something. See, when we say the wrong thing, we know. We know. Everything I say just go down well with you. Anytime it just go down well with you, you are spending your money on me, you are spending this thing, you're already buying things for my mother, you are buying things for my siblings. In 1 month of relationship, I run from you, man. There's something about you that you are trying to use all those kind gestures to cover. Now, I might not be able to give the right response to you because this is a specific situation. I don't know the entirety of the story, so I won't be able to spot out what was wrong. You understand? So I'm just saying in general terms. Now, the only thing I can tell you is you can possibly, except I actually gave an insight. Oh, okay, my high school sweetheart. Okay, I begin to get it. You've met each other since we're in high school. Sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Do you understand? Both of you were not at the stage of maturity of proper decision making when you met each other. Definitely, your husband felt trapped in that marriage. He saw that marriage as a trap. I can tell you that. I don't have the details of the story, but if you met during high school, that decision was made when you both were naive and not sure of what life holds. So life has unfolded. This man begins to explore life and see life differently. Our perceptions begins to change. Our prerogative begins to change. And then he wants to be something that he cannot be because of you. Because he's already committed to you. Commitment of a long time. So because we are Africans, African culture, he now holds you. I'm sure he knows all your family, everything. So even when he was taking the decision to marry you, it's a decision that he has to take, like he had no choice. You understand? So, like, why will he not marry you? Won't be that. Kí ló fẹ́ sọ fáwọn family? The way àwọn parents dey go máa sọ pé ṣé ò yá wèrè? Ọmọ yẹn ló máa fẹ́ o. He wasn't availed the privilege to take a decision when he was already full into capacity. See, high school love should end there. In all fairness. Because you see, you don't have an idea of what life holds. As a man, is now begin to grow into life and begin to explore life and, explore more women and see things differently. Or maybe his friends are now exploring, what he might feel is the better options. But there are certain explorations I could not do. So he feels trapped and he get into the marriage. That doesn't mean he doesn't love you. He actually do. That's why he's even begging you to stay. He actually do love you. But He has been denied the opportunity to be boys because he has been with you since high school. Do you understand? He has been denied that privilege of being a, boy, the bachelor life, explore. Let me tell you the honest truth. Men who doesn't either been in a relationship since high school or be born in an extremely Christian home where he wasn't exposed to women like that. When they get married, they are naturally going to cheat. They are naturally going to cheat. Do you understand? So definitely was deprived in life as a young man. That exploration of a young man, that those hormones of young men, he didn't have that. So now he's married. He feel trapped. He feel very trapped in prison. It's not about you. You are doing the right thing, and he loved you, and he enjoyed everything that you are doing. He wants to be with you, but you see, the thing of a man in him, that exploration of a man, it feels like he missed part of his life out. So he exploded. He exploded. That explosion was still there. Yeah, that's spot on. I know I'm going to spot on it. Yeah, that was the problem. That was the problem. Sadly, when you date people for too long before you settle down, break up with them and give them an opportunity to explore the world and take a conscious decision whether they still want to be with you. I'm going to personally recommend to anybody, if you are dating a man for 4 years and he's not talking about marriage in 4 years, break up with him. He's confused. Don't let your emotions, your relationship, sex, all of those things cloud his decision, because you're going to make a decision under duress. Matter of fact, 3 years. If you date a man for 3 years and he's not talking about marriage, break up with him. Not because you hate him. Let him go and explore and decide whether he wants to be with you. Let him take a conscious decision. It's like you don't know what you are doing. You don't know what you want at the moment. Don't worry. Go. Let us break up. Let's stop this relationship. Give each other opportunity to mix each other. Let him. They can break your heart. They can follow me. He will be able to value the qualities and the benefit that he has with you. You'll be able to see a future in you and take a conscious decision to come back to you and start something with you. We're able to treat one thing. I advise so many things. So now, I've been talking about the man's ego and the man's authority and the man's lordship, and a woman should submit to a man. And of course, I understand that a couple of men will be like, oh yeah, so what of, somebody wrote the other time, what of woman's ego? Yeah, what of this thing? What of that? Now, let me explain to you. God addressed us from the angle of vulnerability. I'm going to close with this one. I'm going to close with this. Every law of God is to channel us to do the right thing. Every law of God. God, whether you sin or you did not sin, it doesn't affect God. God is too far away to be affected by your sin. Every law of God is to contain us to be in line with in purpose. That's why you see the New Testament, you will hear something like, who that committed sin, fornication, has sinned against his own body. Ara ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe. Ìwọ ló máa padà kárùn kò gbógun wá kó gbónú kákù lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Tó bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní súfèé kó tó tọ̀. Orí ẹ̀ máa pé. Ṣé you understand? Every sin you commit is to yourself. And there's karma that is dealing with everybody. You break somebody's heart, get ready. They will fall at him. So the law of God is not, God is not feeding on it, is to guide us. Is to guide us into all truth. So when it comes to the concept of marriage, God, knowing the components of a man, and knowing that a man, oh yeah, I didn't put this on since. God, knowing the component of a man, and knowing that men are egocentric, when it comes to the subject of marriage, God said to man, man, love your wife. He even didn't stop by saying love your wife. He gave a parameter at which a man should love his wife, as Christ loved his church. He didn't even stop there. Just in case this man does not know how Christ loved the church. And I will explain that. He said that he gave himself for it. John 3:16. Let's see, how does Christ love the church? For God so loved the world. That is God now. And he gave his only begotten son. God, out of his love, gave. So a man, God is saying, love your wife so much that there will be nothing, absolutely nothing, that you cannot give to her. And where you will get it from is to assume that giving has to do with material things alone. First of all, I've said so many of you, see, don't listen to all these people that come and shout heartbreak nonsense on social media. So many of you are in a relationship with a man that you are paying his bill from the get-go. No man is too poor to give gifts. Did you hear me? You are in a relationship for 2 straight years. Your husband, your boyfriend, has never, somebody said that he dated somebody for 4 years, and he said he has never bought her a gift before in her life. He has never taken her anywhere in her life. You are mad for marrying such man. You are very stupid. It will murder your heart. There is no man that is too poor to give gifts. It is not Louis Vuitton bag. You don't understand. No. A bunch of roses cost about $40. I don't know any man that is that poor. If he's that poor, he should not be in a relationship in the first place. It is negligence, carelessness, disrespect, and tells you how much he even values you in the first place. There is no love without giving. No such thing. Hey, I don't want to take from him. Okay, you were talking about questioning a man's ego. Let me give you a very practical and tactical example. I was just getting to meet a lady sometime last year. This is an highly successful lady, like highly successful girl. I just know that it's not going to work. Why? I've sent her a couple of gifts, Me, I'm a little bit something in my head. I would look for opportunity to give. But every time I buy something, I say, let me send this to you. First of all, she's a very serious girl, but you know these girls that they are net. All she knows is book. She uses one old ragged Samsung phone, maybe it's S8, and I really don't like it when it's a phone, and I'm like, let me buy you an iPhone. She said she doesn't like iPhone. I'm like, okay, cool, you don't like it. That's why you cannot buy it. Okay, let me give you for free. Maybe if I give you free, you don't have anything to lose, Shay. I will send you a new iPhone for you to use. At least for me, I'm not really much of a WhatsApp person like that. I don't even see WhatsApp notification. I deactivated WhatsApp notification. So if I don't check my phone, I don't see it. I can FaceTime with you and all of that. We can do iMessages. I do much of text messaging. And this girl said, no, I don't want it. I let it slide. I said, okay, maybe she ate iPhone that much. I know it's something that she needed. She was in a tight corner, and I'm like, okay, well, I can call somebody in the city you are. I know a lot of people there who does what you need. I said, let me call. I have a couple of friends I can call that will come through and they can help me deliver this thing to you. And she said she does not want. I let it slide. Another time, there was something that I got, and I'm like, I got you this. Please send me your address. Let me ship it to you. And she said, stop trying to buy me gifts. And then she said, I feel bad taking anything from you, knowing fully well that you have your financial commitment. I know how much I am. Why would I be taking gifts from you? I felt very insulted immediately. And I'm like, excuse me, man. I don't care how much you make. You are trying to have a relationship with me. You're telling me that because I'm like, with all sense of respect and humility, I am not poor. Are you mad? You might be richer than I am. Quite all right. Fair enough. But I'm not poor. If I can't afford it, I will not try to buy it. Are you mad? See, in her own heart now, she would think she's doing that from a good place. Yeah, no, but that's a high level of disrespect. I don't know how you are going to be in a relationship with a man. So the red flags are always there. You are just being stupid. I've been in a relationship with a man that 3 years, 1 whole year, not a big Bible, gift, pen, give to you. You have never gone to eat dinner together. You now marry that kind of a man. You say we did not treat you with respect. No, you have already priced yourself down. You are a piece of shit. I'm not saying take heaven and earth from a man. Whatever I can afford is fine. It's not about what he gives to you. It's about the heart that it comes from. It's from the heart that it comes from. The notion to even conceive the idea of sending something to you, it doesn't even matter. To buy get dundu, lombo wa ke lora dundu lono, dundu 100 naira, lora wa, appreciate it. At least you have a heart to give. So God said to man, love your wife. How? I Christ loved the church. That he gave himself for it. So a man was commanded by God to love the wife. Why? Because God knows that men are predators. They are predators not because they like women or they cannot make decisions. They are predators because it's just in them to chase. Excuse me. That ego in them, that lordship in them, just feel like whatever I feel like doing, I can do it. Whatever I want to do, I can do it. Do you understand? So God is putting their ego under control. That's why he says, love your wife. Place your focus. Ojú ọkùnrin ò naturally fẹ́ gbébì kan, except èyí tó bá níbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run, to know that the ordinance of God is for you to focus on your wife. See, we don't choose our partner because they are the best or they are the most beautiful. We stay with them because it is our decision. See, oh, madam, the gaga you are doing in your husband's house. He didn't marry you because you are the best option that he could get to. Òun tọrẹ ni o. Ṣòṣì kókó rẹ lọ bóyá kò ní fẹ́ tó dáa jẹ lọ. Kí ti ẹ ṣe láwọ́ tàwa yìí. There are so many women who can afford you 20 times that will still beg to marry your husband. But a man that has a fear of God, it's not because you are the best. You are the best for him. Why? Because he chose you. But guess what he told the woman? It's a wife. First of all, do you notice that God did not say men? Look at this. Let me show you this again, man. God, when he was giving this order about marriage, he didn't say, man, love your wife. Or man, love woman. He said, husband. Do you know that there's a difference between a man and a husband? We will start from there next week. Today is Wednesday already, Abby. I didn't come yesterday. I don't know. I'll probably be here on Friday. I'll be working early. I'll be here on Saturday. Saturday, I'm not working till night. So I'll be here on Saturday. I'll try and be here on Saturday. We will distinguish between what is called a man and a husband. It's different. So God did not say, man, love your wife. He said, husband. So many are married to a man. Many of you actually look for a man to marry. And you marry a man, not a husband. I will explain the dynamics to you. But God said to the wife, not the woman. There's a difference between a woman and a wife. There's a clear-cut difference between a woman and a wife. There are so many women that are not wife. Do you understand? That's where we're going to start next week. The dynamics of the husband. God said to The wife, submit to thy husband. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. God said so. One motivational speaker is telling you otherwise. Don't be silly. Any man that is not worth submitting to is not worth marrying. Can I say that again? Any man that is not worth submitting to is not worth marrying. You will be foolish to marry a man that is not worth you submitting to, that you feel like he may submit to a lay. He's too small for you to submit to. He should be too small for you to marry. You are not ready to submit to a man, or you have not vet his leadership attributes. See, the problem, I don't think the problem for women is submitting. Women like to submit, but the problem is, to some women, the man they're submitting to is a capitalist. He's a power freak. So they have a problem. Is this a question? I gotta go now. So what can the woman that has the kind of man that look like they don't want to give anything and look like they always want things or help from the woman do? That's not it. If you are not married to him, please don't marry him. That's a disaster. That's a disaster right there. If a man is not adding to you, he should not take from you. That is a user right there. That is a user. That is a capitalist. That is a slave master. If all he wants is to take from you and never want to do for you, again I repeat, no man is too poor to give. Do you understand? If a man always take from you and never take the initiative, listen, please don't always ask a man for gifts. It's a disrespect on your person. If you have to remind him, or if you have to abuse him before he give you gifts, the value is already lost. You have disrespected yourself. If the man cannot take the initiative to do for you, even if it is poorly, he's on his way from work, he buy for you. Appreciate it. That's good enough. But you have to ask, you did not buy me birthday gifts. You did not buy me gift money. Then he now, out of shame, now buy it. There's no sense. Okay. Okpeyaba said, but they are married for 13 years. That is 13 years of slavery, 13 years of extortion, 13 years of humiliation. Write it down. Whoever that person is, the man will still give him a ducat. Because guess what? Let me tell you what will happen to such marriage. One day, that man will find somebody that can pay better money, and he will walk away from that woman. The only reason why they are still together is because he has not found another woman that has more money. He's a user, he's an exploiter. Period. I'm sorry, I'm not sorry. It doesn't matter. He will complain. He use you to have children. You want to have children, he use you to have children that you're probably not raising. You are the one shooting bill and he takes your money and he's not doing anything for you. He just use you to make baby. That's all he needs. He can't get pregnant by himself. He use you to make baby. He use you, collect your money every time, and he doesn't see anything to give. So you don't even want anything to him. He just bought a baby making machine in the house. The day somebody else will give him better money, he will walk away from you. Sure banker. We're going to continue next time. I'll see you. Maybe he lost his job. See, let me say this before I go. I notice that women do this a lot. Don't make excuse for a man. You are very wrong, and you will always be wrong. Don't ever make excuse for a man. Hey, he's broke because he lost his job. You are very wrong. You are not correct. Be considerate, but don't make excuse for him. He lost his job for 13 years. Abe, for 13 years? No, now, wrong now. If a man lost his job for 2 years, you are dating him. and you are not married, you are dating a man, and he doesn't have his job for 2 years, and you are still dating him. Hear me. God, you should not marry such man at all. According to scripture, you should walk away from that relationship. He doesn't have a job for 2 straight years, and you are still dating him. Agbako Lubeku. Walk away from such relationship. God gave a man. See, go and read your Bible very well. When God made man, the first thing that God gave a man was a job. God, let us make man in our image and after our likeness. If you date a man that is jobless, you are preparing for a disaster. Do you hear me? No, he is planning to do something. I got to marry you. But don't get. That's why most of you, I'm already encroaching into next topic. Don't worry. We will deal into that next time we meet. Let me go. A man that doesn't have a job, you don't even know his character yet. He's poor. He doesn't have a character. It's when you have money that you know his character. So you have an idea of what you are putting yourself into. God created man. Let him have dominion over the fishes of the earth. So he put him in the garden. And God took Adam to the garden and he said, Adam, cultivate the garden. The first thing that God gave Adam was what? A job. God said to him, cultivate the garden, and then gave him instruction. Don't eat this one, don't eat this one. He gave him a job, then he gave him provision. Go and follow me. Cultivate the garden, and then he said, of all the fruits you can eat. After giving him a job, he gave him provision. God did not even give him food before job. He gave him job before food. Guess what he now gave him next? After he has given him job, he has given him food. Then he said it is not good for a man to be alone. Then he gave him wife. Any man who has no job have no business having a wife. That is why even in the Bible, the book of Job comes before the book of Psalms. Did you hear me? Job comes before Ecclesiastes. There is book of Job before Song of Solomon. That's the book of love, Abi. The book of love in the Bible is Song of Solomon. There is Job before Song of Solomon. J-O-B, Job. Before you begin to make love. You want to make excuse for man. Hey, this one is this one, this one is that one. You are heading for perdition. You will now come to social media and say men are devil. You are mad. Ladies and gentlemen, it's such a warm moment sharing with you guys. I just hope, my desire is that we can learn from each other, and some of us who have gotten it wrong at some point can begin a journey of redefinition of our life and prepare ourselves to be a better version of us. And we can embrace love one more time and be better and have a better experience. It is foolishness to do the same thing consistently and expect a different result. The essence of all of this talking, spending all of these hours, is to have a group of people that we can learn together and we can share our values and prepare ourselves to be a better person and have a better life. Love is possible. Marriage is beautiful. If you are not there in that space yet, it is because something is missing. Find the missing piece of your life and you will enjoy a bliss forever. Thank you very much for joining today. It's such an honor to be with you guys. I will see you again next time. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Beautiful skin requires commitment and not a miracle. Do you wish to have a younger, smoother, and a brighter skin? If yes, all you need is to contact CQ Beauty Haven by Abimbola Shunde, a natural and other skin care using optimal pure natural grade ingredients for you to achieve a youthful glow. Understanding the physiology behind different skin types and conditions is the major reason why Abimbola Shunde gave birth to CQ Beauty Haven. Order now for your natural skincare products such as Egyptian black soap, the Slimming Herbal Detox, Knuckle Care Set, Pink Lips Cream, Crystal Sets, Whitening and Peeling Cream, Breast Enlargement Oil, Dark and Pit and Tie Cream, Hydrophilic Contact Lens, Brightening Face Mask, Karat Gold Scrub, Advanced Anti-Aging and Repair Formula, Crystal Multivitamin Scrub, and many more. CQ Beauty Haven only stock product that delivers both efficacy and safety, and also stay away from steroids and hydroquinone and bleaching ingredients that damage skin. They help in correcting any skin damage and aspire to serve you in achieving your desired results. For all inquiries, consultations, advice, and orders, visit their website on www.cqbeautyhaven.com. You can as well call or send a WhatsApp message on +44 7387 596862 or via email at cqbeauty